A new organisation called SERVE ON, whose members have over 20 years of international disaster response experience, was hard at work last week helping protect people in Salisbury from flooding. And they hope to play a key role in Wiltshire in the future. Many of their members have been deployed in the past around the world. Well, its founder and chief executive is Simon Edwards, and Simon's on the line to me now. Morning, Simon.
Good morning, Graham.
Take us through what SERVE ON was doing in Salisbury last week. When we hear of disaster zones around the world, it really does bring it home when we hear that you're at work here in Wiltshire.
Yes, indeed. Well, we were called out to respond to the floods in the Salisbury area in support of local authority, working in partnership with Wiltshire Fire and Rescue Service, and our main task really was in a reconnaissance role, looking for areas of potential flooding and doing quite a lot of water clearance, i.e. getting fallen trees out of rivers, etc., and clearing debris. And on top of that, I think what we're trying to do with our presence is provide a degree of reassurance to people who are either being flooded or under the threat of flooding.
So you're working alongside the emergency service and the army, who we also saw at work in Salisbury.
Yes, very much so. And I mean, we're sort of structured in a way that allows us to augment whichever emergency service or army unit is operating in that area. We bring a specialist response in water incident management and swift water rescue, and because a number of our guys are ex-army, we speak the same language and can integrate very easily with them.
I'm interested in your long-term aspirations as a new organisation. What have you got planned for the future?
Well, it's a very ambitious vision. We're looking to set up a national, enduring and established non-military national service across the country, similar in a way to the RNLI, basically a rallying point for volunteers with a professional structure in the heart, locally based, through which we can provide immediate cohesion, command and control to any contingency that might occur. And obviously with climate change, as we're witnessing at the moment, and a much greater incidence of these sort of events, we believe we can provide some real resilience to local communities and reassurance to the public in that there is somebody there to augment the existing services in providing a credible response to these events.
So how many members have you got locally in Wiltshire?
Well, we have about 20 members in Wiltshire, I think, at the moment. What we're trying to do is set up a community emergency response team formally in Wiltshire. Our response last week was delivered by our international response team, and so we're sort of beginning a dialogue with the local authority to try and get support through the Armed Forces Community Covenant Grant Scheme to give us the resources to start setting up a team based in Wiltshire.
So are you interested in hearing from people in the county who think that they could help?
Very much so. I mean, we're looking, on one hand, we're always looking for volunteers, and we work on the basis that we'll work with anybody of ability, with any ability. We are particularly specialising at the moment in recruiting from the armed forces, and particularly the wounded, injured and sick, and we have a number of people with a range of disabilities who we can use. So we're seeking volunteers, we're seeking support from local business and people in Wiltshire to support us in establishing a team here.
How can people get in touch if they're interested in finding out more?
They can get in touch with us through our website, www.serveon.org.uk, www.serveon.org.uk, and that will give you some contact individuals who you can easily get in touch with.
Great. OK. serveon.org.uk. Simon Edwards, founder and chief executive. Thank you for being with us.